GAGP, good afternoon, good people. Welcome back to the station. Welcome back to the channel. Y'all know who it is, your boy Ray G. You can find me on X at RayGQ. Check out all the content on this channel. NFL draft content live right now and happening every single week of this college football season. And wake up with myself and my co-host Jordan Richards every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Wake up with Ray and Jay show, talking all things college, NFL, fantasy. We have a good time at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Appreciate you being here. Show some love. Hit that thumbs up button. Like and subscribe. 2026 class, let you know right now, the receivers, this is a nice crop of prospects. I'm excited. I know we've been spoiled the past couple of years. Brian Thomas Jr., Malik Neighbors doing what they did last year. The wide receiver pool is fresh. It's talented. Tedero McMillan and Emeka Egbuka, Matthew Golden, some first-round players that are going to get some opportunity here very soon. 26 is no slouch. There are some heavy hitters in this class. And some of those cats towards the back that if they have a good season this year, probably going to position themselves to get drafted and be really impactful. So let's get into it. We got a lot of dope stuff to show you. College football season, and coming in at wide receiver 10 for me going into the season is Nyck Harbor, the big play wide receiver out of South Carolina, 6'5", 235 pounds. If you have not seen anything or heard about Nyck Harbor, man, this is a track star. Absolute speed demon. A lot of people think he can go to the Olympics as fast as he is, but he's focusing in on wide receiver. He's got all the physical tools and gifts in the world. Last year, you see this 27 receptions, 370 yards, 3 touchdowns, 340 air yards. A lot of stuff on here. I want to focus in on the chunk plays and the explosive plays. Chunk plays are plays that go 15 or more yards. Explosive plays, 30 or more yards. Harbor had 12 chunk, and he had 2 explosive plays. So to be as fast and physically gifted as he is, we want to see some more consistency in creating those explosive plays in 2025. As we go down and look at some other data points about Harbor, route tree, you can kind of see what he did. I'm right over it, but a lot of go routes last year. A lot of deep routes, go routes, post routes, over routes. Not a lot of hitches, not a lot of outs. Minimal comebacks, minimal deep outs. He ran a lot of stuff deep down the field, or those over routes. So want to see him improve his route inventory. And also on the screen, you can see sort of where the pass placement was, where the balls went, where his pass locations were. So just a lot of stuff here to kind of analyze about Harbor. Right there, look at where his pass placements are. They're like all over the place. So this also tells me Lenora Sellers needs to be a little bit better this year. But Nyck Harbor, all the talent in the world, want to see him develop a more robust route tree and then just produce. Play like you're 6'5", 220 plus pounds, like you're the speed freak demon that you are. So Nicholas Harbor coming in at wide receiver 10. All right, coming in at wide receiver 9, we've got Jaden Greathouse out of Notre Dame, 6'1", 215. He started to make some big plays towards the end of last season with Riley Leonard in Notre Dame. You see right here in the national championship game, none bigger, where he had 8 targets, 6 receptions, 128 yards, 2 touchdowns. Really put his name on the map. He balled out versus Penn State. Overall for Greathouse last year, 42 receptions, 593 yards with 4 receiving touchdowns. Looking at those chunk plays and those explosive plays, we're going to always focus in on that. 14 chunk plays and 5 explosive plays on the season. We'll move down and look at sort of what he did. Decent inventory of routes. You see go route percentage pretty high, a lot of posts, a lot of slant routes, over routes, some drag routes, and screens. And that's also evidenced right here on the screen. If you're watching on YouTube, you could see short targets and receptions. So he had 24 of his 42 catches were short receptions, not far, not past 5 yards down the field. He had another 12 in the intermediate area of the field, and then deep receptions, he had 6 on the season. So you want to see him expand that inventory a little bit, but that shows that he can win in multiple quadrants of the field. You see his snap distribution. A lot of his receptions were towards the middle of the field, and you could see in the passing chart on the left, that kind of shows a lot of short area targets. So you want to see Greathouse play a little bit bigger, and he's going to have an opportunity this fall to do that. Some of the player comparisons here based on performance and productions. You see Makai Lemon and LaJohntay Wester, who actually made the 53 for the Baltimore Ravens. So big season for Jaden Greathouse. He is my number 9 ranked wide receiver in 2026. Let's move on to number 8. And we actually got to see Jayce Brown play last week, week 0 of college football. Jayce Brown out of Kansas State, 6 foot, 180 something pounds, I believe he's playing at this year. Explosive, explosive, explosive. We saw him take carries versus Iowa State, long catch in that game for a touchdown. Last season, he was just as explosive. And when you kind of hear this stuff, you're like, damn, this dude is good. So if Avery Johnson can take a step forward, so will Jayce Brown. 47 catches, 818 yards in 2024, 5 touchdowns. But he had 21 chunk plays, 21 plays over 15 yards, and 8 explosive plays, that's really good to see that. Over 8 plays over 30 yards. You see the deep receptions for Jayce Brown last year, 8 of those. And then his route chart, very balanced. Over routes, drag routes, go routes, post routes. We see the thickness of the branch indicating the percentage of that type of route. Ran a lot of out routes and hitches, in routes. Those are things that I've talked about on this channel before. Hog routes are a staple in the NFL. Hog routes, hitches, outs, and goes. You've got to be able to kind of do that to be some of those mega producers at the next level. And he's already showing that in the collegiate game. You could look right here on the left at his passing distribution chart, where his completions are. Like, he's used all over the field. You see short, you see intermediate, and you see some deep work. Big fan of this player. So maybe not a common name, but Jayce Brown, somebody that I'm high on and has already started off the 2025 season with a bang in that performance. So Jayce Brown coming in at wide receiver 8. Wide receiver 7, let's go to Indiana. Elijah Sarratt. It's got a quarterback upgrade. Fernando Mendoza's in town. This is a player who had close to 1,000 yards receiving last year, 84 targets, 53 receptions for Elijah Sarratt. 22 chunk plays. That's incredible. That's really good. That's what you want to see. 5 explosive plays. And we'll go down to where his plays are. Now, this is fascinating, right? Just, if you're not watching, you need to be on YouTube. You need to look at this. Look at where all of his receptions are on the left hash mark of the field, left-hand side of the field. Really, he's got 2 completions last year that were on the 3 completions that were on the far right side of the field. So he's only lining up predominantly at one position, and all of his production was on one side of the field. I know a lot of people are high on Sarratt. I've got to see him be able to work more in other areas of the field. You don't want him just relegated to one side. Very telling right here. When you look at the type of routes that he ran, though, go routes, heavy percentage of downfield routes. We see that. Those things layer on top of one another. You got a lot of dig routes, slants, hitches are really good. Over routes are good. I want to see that. Those easy targets. And then you can see over here on the left, yeah, those are a lot of easy targets over there for Elijah Sarratt. So this is a big player, 6'2", 210 pounds, productive last year, quarterback upgrade this year. Elijah Sarratt should firmly be on one of those top wide receiver radars this NFL draft cycle. All right, let's go to my wide receiver 6 in this class, Deion Burks from Oklahoma. Burks has got a QB upgrade. You've got John Mateer coming in the building, 3,000 yards, over 1,000 on the ground at Washington State. And from everything that I've heard, he's the real damn deal. So all the numbers for Burks, it's going to look a little skewed because he only played 5 games, was targeted 42 damn times in those 5 games, 12 target game, 2 12 target games, no fewer than 5. So when he's out there, he's a target monster. You just want to see him do more stuff downfield. 31 receptions, 237 yards, 3 touchdowns for Burks. And you can kind of see left-hand side of the screen where all his receptions came. Short, around the line, intermediate work. You want to see him. He's got to work more quadrants of the field, but I kind of give him a pass because of he didn't play much, and that can't really do much when you're only out there for a couple of games. Want to see him develop a more robust route inventory, but when you're talking about just turn on the tape, watch him play, watch him move, like, you can't deny this kid has it. Juice for days, quick, good hands. I'm expecting a big season from Deion Burks. So coming in right outside of my top 5, but that's how much I believe in his talent and his upside. With John Mateer, they should make a nasty combination. They got a bunch of receivers at Oklahoma this year. Deion Burks, keep your eyes peeled for this one. Let's move on to the top 5 guys in 2026. Ohio State, man, they continue to do it. They continue to do it. Carnell Tate, 6'3", 195 pounds, smooth. When you're thinking about Ohio State receivers of the past, like the highly touted pedigree guys coming in where you kind of knew, you had Garrett Wilson, you had Olave, they were first-round picks. You knew Marvin Harrison was going to get drafted early. You had a feeling JSN was going to do it. Emeka Egbuka did it. We know Jeremiah Smith's going to be the top pick off the board in next year's class, 2027. I don't get that same feeling from Carnell Tate, but that doesn't mean he's a bad player. If there's going to be one of those under the radar Ohio State wide receivers to maybe go a little underdrafted, Michael Thomas, Terry McLaurin, and then turn into a stud, Carnell Tate is that, man. He had 16 chunk plays last year, 4 explosive plays, got good size, playing with Jeremiah Smith, playing with Emeka Egbuka. He still had 52 catches for 730 yards with 4 touchdowns. And you look at his distribution of catches, they're all over the place. I mean, he's right side of the field, left side of the field, behind the line of scrimmage, short, intermediate. You want to see him convert some of those deep downfield targets. Julian saying, we'll see how this plays out on Saturday. But the talent is there for Tate. I'm not as high on him as some others. Got him still at number 5. But the route inventory is robust. Go route percentage, you see that, right? The fruit, the branch, and the thickness is the route percentage. The fruit is the actual target percentage. When he's running go routes and post routes, dig routes, he's being targeted on those plays. So Carnell Tate, the advanced numbers on him look good. The offense, we'll see how it plays out with Julian saying, but the history and the pedigree of Ohio State wide receivers, he's going to have every opportunity playing alongside Jeremiah Smith, Brandon Ennis. They got some other young studs where they could just really take over this offense, and the young quarterback is going to need it. Young quarterback is going to need it. Carnell Tate coming in at wide receiver 5. Top 4 guys for me in 2026. Number 4, Kobi Lemon out of USC. Kobi Lemon, another one of these big receivers, 6'4", 195. I mean, USC, we got to see how the quarterback situation is going to play out. We shall see. But I'm telling you this, the quarterback is going to have 2 phenomenal wide receivers to throw to, Kobi Lemon being one of them. 12 chunk plays, 2 explosive plays. It's a lot of projection here with Kobi Lemon. It's the physical attributes, the tools, and the athleticism. You see his passing chart, almost the opposite of Elijah Sarratt. All his work comes on the right-hand side of the field, past the right far hash. All of his work there, but it is short, intermediate, and deep. He works all 3 quadrants, but he's only playing one side of the field. Want to see that snap percentage just increase, be a more complete wide receiver. A lot of projection here with Kobi Lemon, but if he hits it, this kid can play. Kobi Lemon coming in, wide receiver 4. Top 3 guys for me in 2026 heading into the season. Another USC wide receiver that I think is just a little bit better. Makai Lemon, 18 chunk plays, 8 explosive plays for USC last year, playing alongside the aforementioned Kobi Lemon. He had 52 for 764 and 3 touchdowns. Hey, he's got some dog in him at 5'11", 190. He's physical. And then look at where he plays. This is why, for me, Makai Lemon over Kobi Lemon, all over the field, all 3 quadrants. We just want to continue to see that production, right? You look at his route tree. When he's running the go routes, heavy target percentage. When he's running the curl routes, heavy target percentage. Right in the middle of the road with the hitch routes, over routes, he's there. And he works short. Those screen plays and those flat routes, he is a target hog, playing all over the field. Good size, good athleticism, and if you watch him play, he absolutely has that dog in him. Makai Lemon, really good. Really, really good. Jaden Greathouse, one of his statistical comparison similarity matches. So Makai Lemon coming in at wide receiver 3, which leaves the top 2 guys. Number 2, Antonio Williams, Clemson, 5'11", 195, built. Got some Steve Smith in his game, right? He ain't taking nothing from nobody. 24 chunk plays, 6 explosive plays for Antonio Williams, 102 targets, 76 receptions, 911 receiving yards, and 11 touchdowns through the air in 2024 for Antonio Williams. Again, I mean, this is the image on the left is beautiful. You see a lot of short stuff, which I don't want you to just be a yak monster. You got to work some other areas of the field, but his conversion percentage, when he's targeted, good things happen. You see some deep routes on the screen. Intermediate, you want to see him work that a little bit more with Cade Klubnik, but he lines up all over the field, right? He's not just a one-side guy. He's not just, he plays on the left, plays on the right, flanker versus X. And then you see his target percentage when he's running different stuff, out routes, heavy target percentage, slant routes, go routes, post routes. Not only is he being targeted on the short routes, but when he's running deep routes, he's getting those as well. Antonio Williams is nice. It's fast, speed, quick. He's put together really well, and he's going to be playing with the top quarterback in the country in Cade Klubnik. So Antonio Williams, really talented, really good big-time matchup Saturday versus LSU. hey, this could set the table for him to really be viewed as that top dog by a lot of people coming out of that game versus LSU, which leaves my number one wide receiver. And if you have not seen the profile on Arizona State wide receiver Jordyn Tyson, go check it out. Tyson is explosive, 24 chunk plays, 8 explosive plays for Arizona State last year, close to 1,100 receiving yards, 113 targets, 74 receptions, 1,078 yards, and 10 touchdowns. When you look at his passing distribution chart, deep, short, intermediate, all over the field. He is working and operating everywhere, lining up in the backfield, a complete wide receiver. When he's running deep, he's being targeted. On the short stuff, he gets the targets. Want to see him increase some of that hitch and out percentage, but that's Sam Levitt. When he gets in trouble, he's going to tuck it and run because Sam Levitt can move. But when you're just talking about a complete wide receiver with NFL build, I believe he's got the NFL athleticism to do it. He is the wide receiver one in this class. Jordyn Tyson, awesome player, top dog in 2026, and somebody we will be tracking every single week to keep up with his progress as we head into the 2026 draft cycle. Appreciate everybody being in the building, man. We got some phenomenal tools, some dope resources. I just got word that this that we're looking at right now has been updated to enhance what we can look at. We'll have film right after the bat, advanced data right after the bat, looking at specific things right after the games are over. So I'm telling y'all, stay locked in. We're going to have a good time over here. So if it's your first time, hit that thumbs up button, like the stream, like the content, subscribe to the channel, comment below. Let me know what you think about this 26 wide receiver class. I appreciate y'all tapping in. I'll see y'all in a couple of days as we recap and talk through some of the risers and the fallers for the 26 draft class. Appreciate y'all. I'm out. Peace.